The Packers went to LA and lost a tough game against the Chargers. That's the topic for tonight, so stick around. This video is brought to you by Packer Fan Cave. Everything you need to turn your man cave into a Packer Fan Cave. You can check them out at packerfancave.net. There is a link in the description below this video. So the Packers went to LA. Most of you probably already know they lost a tough game against the Chargers. It was not the best played by the Packers. Let's get into the highlights here and discuss this a little bit. So the Chargers got 2 field goals in the first quarter. The Packers really didn't accomplish a whole lot offensively. Defensively, they managed to keep the Chargers out of the end zone in the first half, and the Chargers put up another field goal in the second quarter, and they went into halftime with the Chargers up 9-0. Not exactly what you hope to see at that point. And then in the third quarter, Chargers got another field goal, and the Packers didn't do so great. And here's a familiar scene from the day is the punter. What wasn't so familiar about that one was the blocked punt, which gave them the shortened field. And the Chargers actually were able to get into the end zone on that drive with the short field. After that, the Packers did pick up their offense a little bit and managed to put up a field goal with less than 50 seconds to go in the third quarter. And then, defense has just been giving up on a bunch of big plays, and the Chargers were able to get back into the end zone again. The Packers, with the ball back, actually decided to put together another drive that looked pretty good and moved down the field. And then this pass to Jamal Williams got the Packers their first touchdown of the game, and then they decided to go for 2, and Rodgers runs one in for the 2-point conversion, which made the score 26-11 at that point. And the Chargers did a good job just running the clock down, moving the ball, and then going for this field goal, which missed just to the left a bit and gave the Packers the ball back. Packers still able to move the ball, but just not enough time, and run out there. Not what you wanted to see if you're a Packer fan. I'm sure Chargers fans were really happy with that game. The Chargers defense played really well. The Chargers offense did what they had to do. The Packers looked like they overslept and just came in groggy. They didn't look like the Packers that you're used to seeing this season. The nice thing about it is that the rest of the NFC North also lost today, so nobody gained any ground in the division. The playoff picture, as far as the NFC North division is concerned, the Packers are on top. The Vikings are pretty close. When you look at the Packers at 7-2 there, and their division record is what really is setting them apart with the 3-0 in the division. The Vikings are right at the Packers' heels with the 6-3 record, but the 1-2 division record means that even with a tie, the Packers are gonna have the tiebreaker there. And then the Lions, with their 3-4-1, really aren't much of a threat, especially with the 0-2 division record. And the Bears just really haven't looked that great this season with their 3-5 record. The NFC North, looked tough early in the season, but the longer the season has been trucking along here, the more the Packers have been able to put a little bit of distance between them and the Lions and the Bears. But the Vikings have been nipping at the Packers' heels, and the Vikings have been waiting for the Packers to lose so that they can get another step there. The just the one game separates them. The if the Packers lose one in a week that the Vikings win one, then we're looking at a tie scenario. And then if the Packers lose one more while the Vikings win, the Vikings could step on top of the division. And then you look at the early playoff picture here for the NFC. If the season were to end this week and the playoffs were to start next weekend, this is what the NFC would look like right now. The 49ers would be at the top of the NFC. They'd be the 1 seed. And then the Saints with 7-1 record would be the number 2 seed. The Packers would be the number 3, and they would probably play the Vikings for the wild card game in Green Bay, and the Cowboys with that record would be the number 4 seed and would probably play the Sea Chickens in a wild card game. It's a pretty good looking chance for the Packers right now. The Cowboys division, down there, they, you know, probably aren't going to stay on top with the Eagles there. Uh, and all in all, that's really early to be talking about playoffs, but I like looking at the picture here that, right now the Packers are sitting on top of the division and looking at likely to have a wild card game in there. Uh, and hopefully it'd be the Vikings. That'd be a exciting wild card game to have. What do you guys think out there? Uh, Obviously a bummer of a game. That's why I'm talking more about uh, the playoff picture than the team right now. But go ahead and leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, hit the little bell icon so you get notifications every time I upload new content. Share this video with all your friends. For the Packer Fan Network, I am Mark Schneider.